私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。弱い。
ご命令を。諦めた方が賢明。今回も完璧な作戦でした。
私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。
Something just worked tonight? This is whack. Why is it doing this? Work.
私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。
Why did this stop working?
遅い。
ご命令を。
私も行きます。私の力はどう？存分に楽しいの。私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。遅い。
ご命令を。
弱い。私も行きます。
それは隠れているつもりですか。今回も完璧な作戦でした。
I'm not having a good night. I'm just gonna probably be quiet today. Don't have any patience for any trolls that come in or anything. I just want to play some games and go to bed.
深淵
My
に消え
mind
るの
is
よ。
just really giving me hell tonight.
遅い。弱い。
ご命令を。
私の力はどう？存分に楽しいの。私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。深 深淵に飲み込まれろ。
ご命令
遅い。私の力はどう？存分に楽しいの？私を見た者は深淵に消えるのよ。弱い。
ご命令
遅い。
諦めた方が賢明です。今回も完璧な車線でした。おりゃ
what's up? My mind is just giving me hell tonight. I'm really not feeling well. But if I just sit in bed, my mind is just gonna make things worse, so I need to do something, as much as I just don't want to do anything right now. This channel's been doing terrible this month, and it's just stressing me out. I try to not look at the numbers, but it's really making me not feel well. There's other things going on too. There's talk about getting another stimulus check here in California. I could sure as hell use that. This month's gonna be so expensive, and I don't know where I'm gonna get the money from. Neighbor really has not been paying me much at all. Been getting paid less over there. I love that job, but times like now, it sucks that I don't really get paid consistently over there. You know, she's on a fixed income too. But she does not have any other income streams like I do. It's just lately it feels like she's had less money to pay me. That's been stressing me out too. I'm over there every day with no break, and she gets really anxious if I say I need to take a day off. It's like, well, yeah, I need to take a day off. I'm there every day. I just wish the things I did, I was more financially secure. But I'm not. It's just been stressing me out.
Don't
I got this today, at least. That's like one good thing that happened today. Much as my mind has been giving me hell and tormenting me all day, I did get that. Well, pretty much all I need for him is the Shuriken, which I don't know if I'll be cashing on this game anytime soon. If I get that, if there is going to be another stimulus check, then yes. But I don't know if that will happen. You help enough just by being here. It's nothing to feel bad about. I know people help me as much as they can. It's a difficult financial time for everybody, not just me. It's just that I've always had it hard financially, and the channel has not been doing very well. This month was terrible, metrics-wise. Which is my fault. I just haven't been doing anything that interesting, but well, you know, my cat died, and there's been other stuff going on, and it really impacts my ability to create. I have lots of things I've wanted to do, and I just haven't felt like doing them, and that's just been the problem. I'm too stressed out and depressed. I have too many things going on. I just feel just alone in life. Just a lot of people have really just kind of left me behind. If I didn't have this channel and the cats, I definitely would have snapped. I've had a number of deaths in my life and people betraying me and just leaving me behind. And as much as I love my jobs, they just don't generate money. It's hard for me to travel, and it's hard for everybody to travel right now. Just in general, it's always been hard for me to travel. It sucks when you're doing things you enjoy, but it's just not lucrative. I hate having to ask for help. You have nothing to feel bad about. My situation is not your fault. I just choose to work jobs that I really love, but just not profitable. It's no one's fault but mine. At the same time, how terrible this site has become is not my fault. And I've learned to stop blaming myself for that, at least. It's not my fault. Honesty doesn't pay on this site.
You shall die.
I sure would love it if I got that stimulus. That would pay for pretty much all the games, and, well, I can't really do a computer upgrade right now. So I pretty much have a maxed out computer for my motherboard. I don't know what else I would use that money on. I wanted to be something responsible, like for the channel. Maybe a better phone. It's not entirely necessary, but I do get tired of mine overheating. And there's stuff like PGR, which is just objectively better to play on the phone. There's almost no benefit to playing it on the emulator, because the controls don't work properly. Actually, you're at a pretty bad disadvantage playing on the emulator. I know the exact phone I would get. It's kind of hard to get because you have to get it off eBay. It would be great if they do give me that stimmy, but I don't know when it will be. I'm low income, so they give it to poor people a lot slower, which doesn't make much sense when you think about it. It's supposed to be like COVID relief funds. Unless you're like a parent or making more money, they don't give it to you. They don't give it to you fast. You get put in the slow lane. That would be nice, though. I can't really upgrade my computer anymore. I basically have to get an entire new motherboard and graphics card. Even if I had the money, that's just an impossible task at the moment. I heard the prices on the graphics cards is going down, but they're still impossible to find. I don't need it desperately enough to go get a scalped one.
Play on.
It just sucks when you know you're doing the right thing, you know you're doing what you love, but just financially just doesn't make any money. I know a lot of people are in that position right now. So I definitely worked my ass off on this. Definitely not this month. But I think I've really needed a break from working hard at this. Mentally, I just could not do it. I haven't been the same since Angel died. She lived a long, full life, though. I know things will get better. Things always get worse before they get better. Actually, I'm curious. What are graphics cards going for right now? I know they're like nowhere near MSRP. They're still like massively inflated. Do you still have to like enter lotteries for a chance to win it? That's like the stupidest thing ever. You have to win a contest to buy a graphics card. To buy it, not win it. That, just the entire concept of that, I can't wrap my head around it. I really can't. A contest to buy it for an increased price. It's unbelievable. $2080 Ti is $2,000. That is fucking insane. $3060 Ti is $1,000 too. And none of them are in stock. Hey, what's up, James? I might be getting another stimulus check, so I'm looking up the prices of the cards right now. They're still, like, insane prices. They all sell out instantly. None of them are available. Not one. It's really crazy how you could be, like, filthy rich and still not be able to get one of these. The money is, like, almost a non-factor at this point. It's just that they're not making anything. Well, I might just get a better phone. I'm thinking of just paying off all the games for this month, or the coming month, and then just try to get a better phone. At the same time, my service game stuff, I don't make an investment back. I don't know if that's really a good use of that money if I do get it. I definitely don't make my money back on this game. I probably will when it gets a global release and I have all these videos up showing the characters and everything. But right now, it's just like there's no interest in this game on this channel. On this channel, but there's interest on the channel. It's just like more widespread interest. There's none, which is a shame, but that's just the way it is. At the same time, the Mega Man X Dive global version is really bad, and it's going to be run by the same people as this, so I don't know. A lot of people are saying Mega Man X Dive might die globally. It wouldn't surprise me. They're not advertising it, and they did the same thing that PGR did, where they nerfed the rewards and stuff, which is kind of weird. Because the game's been in English, it's been in full English on the Taiwanese server for like over a year, so it's kind of like a PSO2 situation. It's like, if you really wanted to play that game, there was nothing stopping you besides your lack of effort. Like, it wasn't that hard to make an account on Japanese PSO2. It took a little elbow grease, but I feel like Mega Man X Dive is going to be the same way. Probably going to shut it down. The smarter thing to do would be to just merge the servers. I don't have a lot of faith that a global version for this will be better. At the same time, this game is really stingy with rewards. The best rewards you get are for spending money. They give you nice rebates and stuff for spending money, which is nice. I mean, you could easily save up on this game and just get stuff, but outside of paying, the rewards are really paltry. And you'd have to save up for a really long time to get something guaranteed. So, this game does have that going for it. I don't really think there's much to nerf in that regard. We'll see though. They did announce that it's going to be coming. Yeah, I don't know why they do that, especially when it's already available in English. Like, mobile gaming in general is it's a real cutthroat industry. It's even worse than like putting an indie game on Steam. Not only do you have to be competitive, you also have to compete with whatever somebody else is playing, and it's like, it might not even necessarily be like, you know, AAA shit like Rockman X Dive or PGR. It could be like some random idle waifu collecting game that somebody's put like $5,000 into. Like, when you put that much time and money into something, it's really hard to pry people away, and there's a finite amount of time and money people have to play this stuff. And when you don't honor people's time, when you make it feel like they're wasting their time playing because there's another version of the game that has better shit, then I don't really know what you expect. Like, people are either going to play the better version, which is already in English, or they're not going to play at all. Those are the two outcomes. There is no other outcome. They had the same problem with PGR, just like, what, like a month and a half ago. They did the exact same thing. What exactly is nerfed? I didn't play X Dive for more than like a couple hours. It definitely is better with the controller support, because you can use the D-pad, but I don't really know much about the game. I'm not an expert on it at all. Like, what exactly did they nerf on the global version? Is it like really that drastic? Well, the KOF All-Star Special, where there's like a new busted character every month, and you're expected to just cough up like $200 to get them. Yeah, KOF All-Star does that. They're already putting out 2 more characters, I think tomorrow actually. And the collaboration just ended. And that collaboration was incredibly greedy. You couldn't use, they weren't traditional collab characters. You couldn't use memories to level them up. You had to spend money pretty much. Or you would have had to skip like the last couple events to get them. Really, really grimy stuff. It pisses me off just because I invested a lot in that game. But I gradually stopped, and I stopped playing it less and less, and now I pretty much just log on to collect the rubies. In case I do come back, I can probably get like whatever that month's busted character is for free. I don't really play the game anymore, and they just keep barfing up characters, and there's not really anything to use them on. It's pretty much just the same modes that are already in the game, but now you have characters that make it so that you can just pretty much just face roll on your touchscreen and kill everything. And that's the only reason to get them. They haven't really added any new content to really warrant them. The game's been power crept like crazy. I heard the Dead or Alive characters can get like 100,000 combat power, which is insane. But I don't really like those characters. I don't want little screaming lollies on my roster. I'm not going to spend money on them. Especially when they're just going to put out another busted character in a couple months. They'll probably be good for a few months, and then they'll find a way to make them even more busted. That's the cycle with that game. That's how it's been for like the past year. I just couldn't keep up. I had too many other games I was playing, and I have a very low income. I don't have a lot of disposable income, and I can't invest in busted characters in a game where there's no real content to use them on. I can't do that every month. This channel would do even worse if I did that. I don't know, that game did okay. For the time I was playing it, it actually did perform pretty well. I had a couple guides that did pretty well. I had a head start on other people because I played the Japanese version for a few months. The thing about service games, trying to do them for content creation, is you're not going to make your investment back unless you're one of those lucky service game streamers that gets people to donate a ton of money. Yeah, they become like jobs. In KOF All-Star, it really did feel like a job. It felt like a job simulator, and it just wasn't fun anymore. Easy choice to move away from something like that. I'm not having fun anymore. I like Pinnacle of Combat much better anyway. The gameplay is much better, for one. Well, Pinnacle of Combat has its fair share of jank too, but it's still better than like pretty much any other game on that platform in terms of actually having gameplay. I put up with the jank and the unfair shit, since it's still a really solid game. I play it every day, and I have fun playing it every day. Could really say the same for the other stuff I was playing that I quit. Yeah, I pretty much just play PGR and Pinnacle. Those are the only service games I play right now. Neither of those games are time-consuming. I'm not on them for a long time, and I have fun playing them, so I don't mind. Yeah, when the service game becomes like a job, that's your cue to quit. The problem is people have really addictive personalities and they don't quit. And they spend time playing stuff that they haven't enjoyed in a long time. And it's pretty toxic to do that. That's just the reality of it, though. I don't have that addictive personality. I can quit a game for like any reason. I quit Knights of Valor. I was playing that game for a while, but I stopped because I found out it was actually very pay to win. That game is offensively pay to win. They just do a really good job at hiding it. And that was my cue to leave. The rates are terrible and you have to wait for like special banners. That's what made me stop that game. I had fun with that game. It was also incredibly laggy too. I got tired of the lag. It was like physically painful to play that game. It couldn't even like load the menu sometimes. I just got sick of it. I just uninstalled it. And I'm glad I can't get addicted like that. So that's definitely what those games bank on. They bank on you getting addicted.
I hope this helps you.
They want you to get addicted. They want you to spend a ton of money so that you feel like you can't ever quit the game. And it can be toxic to do that sometimes. Like I said, I just don't get addicted like that. I really don't. The game pisses me off, and I'm done. It's over. I just uninstall it. It doesn't matter how much I've invested time or money. If I don't like it, I'm out. And I'm really glad that I can do that. KOF All-Star also wanted more time out of me too. They want you to be on that game for like an hour a day now, instead of just like 20-30 minutes. And I just got sick of it. It just made the game feel more like a job, and I wasn't about that. They just update that game in a really weird way. They add such busted characters, but there's just nothing to use them on, so... It's like, why do I need these characters again? Especially when the power creep is so fast, too. It's like... months. They put out another one. I like how Pinnacle of Combat is set up more too, how It's not a bunch of trash characters and like 50 of them that are actually useful. It's actually... There's only 3 characters, and they're all useful. And they all have really cool moves, and they keep getting more moves. And they've just been adding more and more to it. It's really fun. There's some aspects of the enemies that are really unbalanced in that game, but it's still overall a very satisfying gameplay.
How can I help?
You know, they don't really have... DMC does not really have that many actual characters when you think about it. They have, like,
How can I help?
a couple characters that can fight. And, they kind of have to work with that, so they're not going to add, like... I like how they're not adding, like, multiple versions of a character either. That's actually really nice, too. There's no, like, swimsuit Virgil, or thong lady, or thong Dante. No dumb stuff like that. So you just get the base character. It's pretty refreshing coming from KOF, where most of the characters are useless. I think KOF actually was more fun when the other characters were actually useful. But now in that game, the power creep is so insane that even the regular Fest characters, which used to be the best characters in the game, they're all useless now. You can't use them in any relevant content. Oh, is it dropping frames? Yeah, this game is terribly optimized. Alright, well, that's the end of this game. Is it doing that for anybody else? That game is terribly optimized. I would keep playing it, but it runs like shit. They've patched the game like 8 times and they haven't fixed that. Was it doing that for anybody else? Or just you? I might need to get a new power supply. How much are power supplies right now? I was thinking it might be causing too much power draw. Let's see, how much is a power supply? I might be getting bottlenecked or something. Yeah, it's doing it for everybody. Oh, well, not playing that game anymore. Let me see what I've got in there right now. Hold on. I have a 700 watt power supply. I'm looking at power supplies right now. I'm thinking that might be what's causing some of those problems. It's only certain games, though, that's an issue. And probably I'm really drawing the line of how much power it can draw. I think it's pretty easy to fix, though. There's an 850 watt one here for 80 bucks. Well, let's try some other games and see if it keeps doing that. Hold on. I've always had problems running that game, so I'm not too surprised, but it's annoying. I keep trying to give that game a chance. It's just like Avengers. Yeah, I might be having a power supply bottleneck. I had something like that before. Unfortunately, I don't really have another one to test it with, so I'm kind of stuck with what I have right now. Those are easy to get, though. I can probably even just get one in town, not even bother with Amazon. Now this doesn't want to work. Can I have a game just work tonight, please? I'm tired of tech support. What the hell is this loading? Alright, never mind. Godfall's not worth full price. It's not worth full price. It is a bad port, yes. It's a very bad port. Alright, let's see. Just let me know if this is choppy at all. That was this. It's running fine on my end. I'm at like 200 FPS right now. Yeah, it's just Avengers and Godfall. God damn it, man. Can I have a game just work? I don't have any damn money. Like, I don't have any money. I get so stressed out with this. I just can't have anything break. I'm not making any money. What is wrong with this damn computer? I don't have any money. I'm so damn anxious. I'm poor. I don't have money to replace anything. I don't understand why this is happening. Why can't it break for somebody who's rich? I'm so stressed out with this shit. I don't know what's wrong. It's just nothing wants to work, and it's just stressing me out so much. I don't know why this is happening for no reason. I don't have any damn money. I have like $2 to my name right now. Can it break from one of those rich YouTubers?
Devil may cry.
gives me such bad anxiety when I have problems like this because I don't have the money to fix it. My neighbor's been paying me less and less. I don't even have that to rely on anymore. How is it now? It's pissing me off. I capped the frame rate. I capped the frame rate. That's what I changed. I capped the frame rate to 120 FPS. Is it fine now? I've been playing for a few minutes. My anxiety's through the roof.
Go to hell. Kneel before.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really need help. I really need help. My neighbor hasn't really been paying me much. My neighbor's on a fixed income too, but she does not have any other kind of income stream. She wants to pay me more, but can't. It's pretty much been $20 a week if I'm lucky. My parents don't have any money either. I do not come from a rich family, let's put it that way. I make more than my mom does right now. My dad is not really making much either. And I don't live with them anymore either, that's the other thing. I haven't lived with my parents for like, how many years now? About 12 years. I don't have like the Bruce Wayne estate for family. I've never really experienced being rich or just not having to worry about money. been a constant problem. It's just my neighbor's been paying me a lot less. I know she wants to pay me more, but it's just not really able to. I work really hard. It's just income-wise, it does not pay off. All right, I'm gonna try Godfall again. I capped the frame rate. I'm trying to figure out if what's causing that is just the frame rate being uncapped. So let's try that again. So I'm just trying to curb my anxiety right now. If it's the power supply, that's an easy fix. I can fix that as soon as next week, but that might be what it is. I really do think it might be a power supply bottleneck, which is like the easiest thing to fix on a computer. That or RAM. Those are like the easiest things to fix. Neither of them are hard to find right now either. If it's a graphics card, you're boned. If your graphics card gives out, you're shit out of luck right now. Best option you have at that point is to just get a lesser powered one and just get by with that. Alright, how is it now? I capped it at 60 FPS. Is it doing any weird jank right now? Let me load into a level. I don't really care about this game. I'm just trying to, like, diagnose what's wrong. No visuals. No visuals. Alright, hold on. Alright. Let's see how it looks now. Yeah, I removed the source because I got pissed off. Certain games I might just have to cap the frame rate. I'm going to try to diagnose this right now. Do some computer doctoring. How is it now? This game is terribly optimized, so that's definitely part of it. I heard the last patch made it worse. Yeah, because I have a really good liquid cooler in here. I have a really good liquid cooler, so it's like it's not overheating. I think it's just that the power draw is too high. I might need to get a better power supply. Just like I said, is computer problems. Computer problems. That's the best possible outcome. The equivalent of your doctors going to the doctor and them saying you don't need surgery. You just need like medication or something. That's the computer equivalent. For those of you who don't game on PC, that's like the best possible outcome. Because if you need a new graphics card right now, it's like being told that... It's like being told at the doctor that they need to do a transplant, but they have no donors. That's essentially what any kind of GPU problem is right now. It's like, we need to do surgery, but there's no donors, so you might as well just die, kind of thing.
No.
Alright, well... that seems to have fixed the problem. I think I must have some kind of bottleneck. Was that the graphics card was giving out, I'd be getting, like, I'd be getting artifacts on the screen and stuff. Oh, I should post my link if people want to help. Next month's going to be really expensive, so... if I get that stimulus, then that's going to be really awesome, but I can't really depend on that happening. Especially since I'm low income, they give us the stimmies a lot slower. Way slower. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna change scenes here. I'll show you guys what I might be doing if I do get a stimmy. Alright, so I was looking at this phone. I don't know if it has HDMI out, but I was looking at this one. At the same time, the games run pretty fine on emulator, so I haven't like really been that hyped to get one. Just so I can record straight off the phone and just forget the emulators. Let's see what graphics card's going for right now. Like an arm and a leg, a mortal priestess sacrifice. So that's like the only thing I really need to upgrade in my computer, but they're just too damn hard to get right now. This is actually in stock. I wish I had the cash for that. $3070 Ti. $3060 Ti. That's the one I was looking at. Well, at least there's more of them available. If I ever somehow get that much money, probably will start to calm down. Alright, I'm gonna take my meds. I'm not feeling well mentally. My anxiety is really flaring up right now. I'm gonna take my meds. I think I'll do like 1 or 2 more games tonight, and I'm just gonna go to bed. It's a really bad time to be a PC gamer. It's nerve-wracking. That's why I had an anxiety attack right now. I thought something was wrong, but it seems like it's just it might be a power supply bottleneck. The computer's under heavy load playing those games, like Avengers and Godfall. Those games are terribly optimized. And, I'm streaming too, which takes more power draw. I did have that problem before with certain games, and the solution was to get a better power supply. So I might look into that and just keep this one as a spares. Most of the games seem to work fine. It's just certain ones that have that problem. Alright, I'll try the worst optimized game. See if it's all choppy. Computer parts are pretty confusing. There's a lot of terminology. All you really need to know right now is all the good stuff is prohibitively expensive. And you're not going to get it for the base price. You're going to be paying scalping fees even from like official retailers like Best Buy and stuff. That's all that really matters right now. It's gotten to the point where, like, you see in my little sponsor thing there, that company, it actually is better to get a computer from them pre-built than it is to try to build one yourself. Normally, it's the opposite. When you're trying to do, like, a gaming PC, it's always better to get the parts yourself and then build it or have someone else do it. But it actually is a legitimate strategy to just go on that site and pay for them to do it. If they have the supplies, they can actually sell it to you for what it's supposed to be priced at, with a little bit of markup, but nowhere near as much as all the other sites are doing. That's why I took the affiliation with them, because it's actually really fits with what I do. So I do pretty much everything on here on the computer. I don't do anything on consoles that much. Pretty much only when something is exclusive. I know a lot of people want to get into PC gaming, and right now it's just a nightmare. You actually do get a pretty sick deal just by going on that site. And I'm not saying that because I get paid. I don't make a dime off that site. I don't make anything off that site at all. Unless somebody buys a computer off there, which is obviously a pretty big ask.
What could I possibly do for the Black Panther? Oh, that is fine. Maybe later.
How is your family? And your son?
Welcome back, sir.
Boss, deliver us.
They did say they might hook me up with a graphics card if I got three referrals from them, but that's just not gonna happen. I don't think I have 3 people on here looking to spend like $1,500 on a graphics card, right? Not a graphics card, but a full computer. I seriously doubt I'll make a dime off them, but it was a good fit. It was good to take just because it's something that, even if I don't make any money off it, it's raising some awareness. It's actually very lucrative to try to get a computer that way. There's somebody I follow on Twitch, and he actually got his computer that way. He was having problems with his computer, and he just bought a pre-built from one of those sites, and I don't know the guy personally. I've never talked to him before. I just lurk in his channel, but it seems to be working pretty well for him. Yeah, I have like $3 right now.
We've identified an AIM facility that is vulnerable to attack. Though there are still security synthoids to contend with, we expect the Avengers should be able to easily prevail.
Alright, let's see how this
Take out
runs.
any
I think I'm
AIM
gonna do
forces
like
you
one more
encounter.
game and go to bed. I'm pretty mentally drained today. How is it looking so far?
Head for the location on your HUD.
I don't really want to play this game right now. I'm just trying to see if it's a power draw issue.
This is all they send against the Black Panther.
Most of the games I play are pretty well optimized. This is optimized like flaming hot Cheetos.
These enemies must be defeated.
Jack, leave this place or die.
Yeah, you don't want to buy PC parts blindly. There's a
Father, guide me.
lot of variables. Will your motherboard take it? Will your power supply take it? Will your power supply draw enough power to use those components? What chip socket? What chip socket your motherboard takes? And what graphics cards you can use for it? You really need somebody who knows what they're doing. Motherboards are relatively expensive too. They're not in shortage right now, but motherboards are basically priced on convenience and functionality. Like I actually can't get better hard drives than this because it's only PCI Express 3. PCI Express 4 is required. The problem with that is there aren't any motherboards with the socket type for my current graphics card. So I would essentially have to upgrade like half the computer. And that will come in time. But right now I can't do that. Alright, that was fine, right? It's probably going to be bad when I get to outdoor, but this game's just optimized like shit, so... Certain games I might have to cap the frame rate. It's causing a little bit too much either power draw or
Nice
GPU
work,
load.
Avengers. This won't be the last time we mount an assault on AIM's forces, but this should significantly weaken their capabilities.
Yeah, the outdoor levels in this, they look like... They're like PS2 environments, but they run horribly. They run really bad. I don't know, I'm kind of like done with this game. I'm just trying to diagnose exactly what's wrong. It seems like certain games I'm just going to have to cap the frame
Greetings,
rate when I
Avengers.
stream.
Resistance
Which is not a
Intel has
problem because you
identified
guys
the
can't.
location
I'm
of another
streaming at
shield
60
vault.
FPS, so...
AIM appears to be in the area, likely seeking the same thing. Find the vault and recover its
If the
resources
game is,
before our
it's running
enemies have
too
a chance to
poorly.
find it.
Above 60 FPS, you guys can't see it anyway. You guys can only see 60. Like, I play like 30XX at 144 frames per second. You guys can only see 60.
I don't have the
Yeah,
exact
definitely have your
location of the
boyfriend
vault.
do it.
Your signal detector should pick up a shield
Do not buy
frequency
parts
when you get
blindly
close to
unless
its
you're an
location.
oil prince or something.
Scout out the area ahead of you
That
to
is
locate it.
the worst thing you can do, especially right now.
Leave this place or die.
You want to make absolutely positive that everything you're buying is compatible with each other, which is
Look for
actually
a chest with gear nearby.
a really cool thing that the site I'm partnered with does is they actually tell you if the parts you're choosing are incompatible, so you don't cough up a lot of money. Yeah, this game just runs like shit. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to cap frame rate on certain games. That game's optimization is horrible. Alright, well, I'm gonna take my meds. So I really feel like shit mentally right now. I'm very stressed out and anxious. Stressed about funds, I'm stressed about the computer, and just other stuff going on. I don't really care about that game. I had fun playing it when Black Panther came out, but it just runs like shit, and the end game is still terrible, so I'm not really too worried about it. Let's see, what do I feel like playing and close out tonight? I feel like shit right now. Probably should just not push it much farther. I've had projects I wanted to work on, and I just haven't felt like it. I've been too stressed out. Especially since Angel died, and now I'm making barely anything at my other job. She really has not been able to pay me that much, so... that's just Kitty sitting in a nutshell. That's not unique. My situation there is not unique. That's common. It's a really awesome and very rewarding job and everything but income. She really doesn't have that much income either. She has less than I do, pretty much. It just sucks when I rely on that money to run this channel sometimes and soften the blow on purchases and stuff, and I just haven't really been able to rely on it for that lately. Last time they paid me, I just went to the game center because I just needed to get away for a while. It's just going nuts, just being stuck, just doing the same two things every day with nothing to really look forward to. I hope I can see my friends this year, but the money's the problem, and then there's the whole, like, my neighbor really relies on me. She relies on me a little bit too much sometimes. They're very nice people, but they get a little over-reliant on me. You know, she's panicked when I've said I needed 2 days off before, and it's just like, I don't know when I can break away to, you know, go see my friends and get a vacation and stuff. At the same time, I have to live my own life. I can't accommodate them all the time, as much as I try to. I give a lot of myself to others, to you guys, and my friends, and my neighbors and stuff, and my family too, and sometimes I need to just scale back. I need to do things for myself. I just feel like I haven't really been able to do that for a while. Especially with how little I'm making. That hasn't been helping. Alright, I'm gonna take my meds. Think I'll, actually, I had something to try. Hold on. Let's see if I can find my download folder. Where did I put it? I'm installing some stuff. Just have some patience with me. I'm really drained right now, not gonna lie. Alright, let's see if this works. This is another game that I legally own that I can't play anymore because they won't port it. I'm sure you've heard that story before. One of my favorite games from last gen. Oh, it's gotta compile all the shaders. Hold on. I'll get you guys a video in a second. Oh wow, I'm in game. Cool. So hold on. Alright, so much for that. I don't think it's compiling shaders right now. I think it just legit stopped working. What happened? Hold on. It's a bummer, man. They need to port this fucking game. They need to port it already. Why have they not ported this game? Starting to get annoyed with how many games are stuck on PS3. Never to be played again. Yeah, I can't get into the actual gameplay. Alright, I think I can fix this. Yeah. I'm trying to fix it. Means I'm gonna have to compile all the shaders again. The PS3 emulations, it's better than it was. It definitely is better than it was, but it's pretty demanding. You need a pretty decent computer to run it. PS3 has really weird architecture, so emulating it is really awkward. They had the cell processor in there and stuff. Ironically, the A lot of the consoles from that era, pretty much all of them, have really bad emulation, or they're still developing a lot. Yeah, I can't get past this black screen. I don't think it's loading. Yeah, I wanted to play this again, but I've got to jump through hoops because I can't easily play a game I legally paid for. Which is whack. Should not have to do this. Alright, what happens if I just load the game? The Xbox 360 emulation hasn't really gone that far either, but at the same time, it's not really needed because Xbox actually has pretty good preservation. You can still play all the 360 games on the latest Xbox. It's not entirely necessary, but PS3 obviously is. There's a lot of games stuck on here you can't play anymore. Vita emulation is really bad too. That hasn't really progressed much. That's why I still have mine. I'll be right back. Yeah, I can't get past the intro. It just stops. As you can see here, it's not really doing anything either. It's just hung up. That sucks. Oh well. Nothing I can do about that. It's weird how it had to compile the shaders again and it still didn't work. on a second. Yeah. Scratch that idea. Yeah, that game is really awesome. I really enjoyed playing it, but it just doesn't work. Might be a bad dump or something. Well, if that happens. It probably is just a bad dump. Alright, let's put this back on. That's because it was composed by the person who does Guilty Gear music. Hopefully they free that game from its shackles at some point. They don't care to. It didn't make it in the Contra collection. That's like the glaring omission from the Contra collection. It's just like not there for some reason. It's probably because it's not made by Konami, it was made by ArcSys. It's probably a bunch of legal red tape, and they can't put that game out again. It's a shame, it's a really enjoyable game.
Hey. Hey.
What do you mean you don't?
All right. First things first. Let's catch a train back to Triglyph.
Another train?
Oh no, Lugor's fallen into debt. Student loan simulator.
Rolo, and Alan, you're...
Mutton, fresh mutton. Fresh mutton.
I won't hold back. Luger, let's show him.
Try using wind!
This is really nice. How's it look on the stream?
Too bad.
60 FPS, right? Yeah, it does. Should be 60 FPS in battles. This game lagged a lot on the real hardware, so...
All too easy.
Yeah, I have to use desktop capture because my recording software doesn't pick it up for some reason, so... a little bit janky. I don't really have anything personal on this
Let's be
computer
sure
anyway.
to keep this up.
It's pretty much just a gaming computer. I don't have, like... historical documents or shit on here. The desktop capture's fine. There definitely are people that do have really personal stuff on their computers, and desktop capture is a really bad idea because you might expose other people, but I don't have that problem. Computer is just a bunch of games and cat photos.
Look out!
I don't care if you guys catch a glimpse of some cat
Over already?
photos. How many I post in my Discord and Twitter, I should probably understand that's not an issue. Still apprehensive to do desktop capture, but that's the only way I get this.
Okay.
Hey, you did it! I guess you're not too bad.
Hiya, Nova here. Don't forget those payments, okay? Another surly payment from Luger.
Like how he's got Eternal Mind as his ringtone. It's Secunda's theme. Nice little touch.
Strike them. Too easy.
Poor Jude in this game, man. He got neutered. It's like he got arthritis at the ripe old age of 16. He's a lot worse in this game, and the element system does not help. I don't think any of the characters can hit all the elements, but Ludger. He had one game in the sun.
Luger's got you! Hey, watch out! Try striking it!
Let's end this. Gotta keep moving, one step at a time.
Got a nice beat going on here. Those are all level ups. I don't want to use those. Might use like one or two more of them later on. Oh, I like that. Emil. That's cool. I never had that back when I played this on PS3. What do they have for Jude? I think Jude's got, he's got Yuri. And whatever that is. Damn, that looks pretty fresh. There's, Ruka. I like the Emil one better, though. How do I go back again?
Luger.
Think I can fast travel yet? Gotta walk back. Oh man, Tenacity's playing.
Now I have the strength to protect.
Damn, he actually looks pretty fresh like that. He's looking pretty fresh.
You've gotten stronger.
Alright. I think that's gonna do it for tonight. Glad that's working at least. I've said this before, but I should not need to go through all the pain of setting up an emulator for a game that's like 8.5 years old. Like, I can understand if it's like some old like DOS shareware game from like 1991 or something, but a game that's not even a decade old, it's almost impossible to play. You have to go buy a PS3 just to play that game. Meanwhile, you can play like the entire Ys and Final Fantasy series on Steam. They're all on there. Just cough up the money during a sale and you're done. Get some time off university or summer vacation or paid time off at work. You could just play that entire series. There's no problem at all. Tales? Nope, you cannot do that. Had like 60 FPS and maybe some quality of life changes. People would buy it, I guarantee it. Because there hasn't been a way to play that game in a long time. It just bothers me. I really love the Tales series, but it's been mistreated for a long time. And I hate how much I've had to mess around with emulation just to play shit I legally own. That's not even that old. I don't expect them to take, like, SNES Fantasia and put it up or something. They would have to do more. They would have to, like, basically remake that game for anybody to really want to buy it. But things that are still relatively modern and already translated into English, there's no excuse for it, really. They just don't like money. It just bothers me. Anyway, we'll see how I feel later today. I actually feel pretty bad right now. I'm stressed about money. I'm stressed about the channel. I'm stressed about other stuff I can't really talk about. And I've had projects I've wanted to work on. I just haven't had the drive to do it. but I think it's for the best. There's lots of games coming out in the next few weeks. Next month is going to be a lot of stuff coming out, so this month I'm barely going to make anything off this, but I know when I start seeing the revenue from all the stuff I'm going to be playing, especially mods for Arise, I know those are going to do really well. I think I'll be in a slightly better situation, and if I do get that stimmy, it might potentially mean all the games could be paid off for one, and I might be able to get a better phone, but I'm kind of on the fence about that because, well, there's a number of reasons. The first is that, what's it called? Punishing Grey Raven on the emulator, it's actually worse than playing it on the phone. It runs worse, oddly enough, despite how powerful my PC is, and the controls don't work properly. Oh, I'm actually at a really distinct disadvantage playing on emulator, and also Pinnacle is going to get a PC port at some point. However, I don't know if the account that I have will work on that. They haven't said anything about that. If that did end up being the case, then getting a new phone would be good. I might actually try to get an Xbox One S just so that I have something that I can play exclusives. So I know Final Fantasy 16 looks pretty cool. I'm kind of interested in that game, especially since like they have the Devil May Cry 5 like battle designer working on it, but I know that's going to be shackled to console for a while, and I don't know if my PC could really run it smoothly at a quality I would accept for streaming and stuff. How much less powerful is the Xbox One S? Like, what exactly is the difference? Because I don't know anything about that stuff. So I'm a PC peasant. Like, what is the main difference? Because the Xbox is a lot easier to get than the PS5 right now, for good reason. I don't know exactly what the difference is. If it's just like 1080p 60 FPS, like, dude, I'm totally fine with that. Can always get a better console later, but I could also play stuff like Guardian Heroes and all the games I had on 360. I could play those again and not have to bother with emulation, which I might actually do that. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, 1080p 60 is fine with me, especially since I would have to buy a bunch of adapters to get it working on my 144 hertz monitor. I'll look into that. If I get that stimmy, it might actually be the most responsible way to spend the money. I'm still gonna miss out on a ton of games, but we'll worry about that later. Mostly just want to be able to play exclusives for like the cheapest price. That's really all I'm after. Alright folks, I will see you guys later. We'll try to raise some funds. I don't know, when I'm not feeling like such garbage mentally. Lately, it's been coming and going. I've been feeling a lot worse lately, especially since I saw my projected revenue for this month, and it's like $100. So that's really got me down too. But we'll work on things later. I got PS3 emulation working. I could do my little Tales retrospective. I'm gonna do a 20th anniversary thing for DMC. I'm gonna try to like knock out. If I can handle it mentally, I might actually try to knock that out this weekend. And then I'm just gonna chill until Arise and all the other games come out. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the patience tonight. I was an anxious mess tonight, and Just had a lot of shit going on, but it'll be okay.